One of the great composers of the 19th century, Robert Schumann, was born June 8, 1810, in Zwickau, Germany. His father was a publisher, and he spent his childhood surrounded by literature and music. Robert was his fifth child, and though his father and mother were not musical, they encouraged their son's musical talents, and at the age of 10, Schumann began piano lessons. For a career, however, his father persuaded him to study law, and, being a dutiful son, he enrolled at the University of Leipzig in 1828. After his father's and sister's deaths, he persuaded his mother to allow him to study music, and he began piano lessons with his future father-in-law, Friedrich Wieck. In 1832, Schumann developed some sort of ailment in the index and middle fingers of his right hand. He tried all the remedies available at the time, including, fatally, a mechanical device which claimed to help strengthen and lift his middle finger. It left his right hand permanently crippled, so much so that it exempted him from military service, but also put an end to his ambitions as a concert pianist. Because of this, Schumann found a new way to use his energy by composing and becoming a critic.
Schumann was 25 years old and betrothed to a woman named Ernestina when he fell in love with his music instructor's 16-year-old daughter Clara. Torn between two women, he wrote a piano solo Carnival where he depicts both his lovers in a musical portrait. In 1835, Schumann cut off his engagement with Ernestina and voiced his love to Clara. Clara's father forbade their relationship and sued Schumann, forcing them to go to court. The legal dispute resolved when Clara turned 21 and was no longer contingent on her father's consent for marriage. Married and with 8 kids later, their old friend Johannes Brahms reconnected with the couple. The young musician became Schumann's prodigy, and the more time he spent with the family, the deeper in love he felt with Clara.
In 1850, Schumann accepted a position as municipal music director. One of the first works he composed was the Symphony No. 3 in E-flat, inspired by the magnificent Cologne Cathedral. Throughout the 3 seasons that he had the job, Schumann experienced problems with city administrators that led to his increasingly erratic behavior on the podium and ultimately losing the respect of the orchestra and chorus. He was fired in the fall of 1853. During the winter of 1854, Schumann's insanity manifested itself severely. He had angelic visions that were sometimes replaced by demonic visions. One cold morning on February 27, 1854, he walked to a bridge over the Rhine and threw himself in, but he was rescued by some fishermen. He insisted that he be institutionalized for Clara's protection and was placed in a sanatorium. He entered the sanatorium in Bonn and remained there until his death. Although he had phases of lucidity, his condition weakened, and his doctors prevented Clara from seeing him for more than 2 years, until 2 days before his death. He seemed to recognize her, but couldn't speak a word. Johannes Brahms remained in the couple's home after Schumann's suicide attempt and became the head of the household. Schumann died on July 29, 1856. He was best known for his works like
Davids Bündlertänze
and Carnival.